assistant for the brigade chaplain.
Neat guy.
Are there any plans to maybe perform for the troops sometime soon?
We're available anytime. God bless those people over there.
Okay.
God bless them.
Well,
I support those guys.
Support the people.
I don't know why we're there, but I support those guys.
Really?
And those ladies over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
America's finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. It's to you guys.
Listen,
But,
well, I kind of don't want y'all to go, but
oh,
I know
yeah.
y'all got plans and stuff.
Well,
Jimmy Kill! Get out of here! Jimmy Kill!
Jimmy Kill! You're eating into my sleep time.
I'll vote for you.
I'm supposed to be at the Crystal on Franklin Road in 10 minutes. You're eating into my time.
Oh, hey, well, listen.
Jimmy
when you gotta
Carter's
have it,
coming
you
up.
gotta have it, right?
That's right. Well, Jimmy Carter's wanting to come on. And,
I love this guy.
and
He's
I really
marvelous.
appreciate y'all coming by.
Thank you, you precious.
Oh, thank you.
Jimmy, I'll vote for you next time.
A transcript of the longest story ever told about troop trains or whatever that was is available by writing the Merkel Press.
We have a video.
Thanks again, guys.
You're precious, honey.
If you haven't guessed already, Jimmy Carter is coming up next here on Pillow Talk, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Jimmy Carter.
Mon ami Cartier, huh?
Thank you, Nashville. Thank you, Jim Owens, people.
How you guys? Thanks, David.
Charles, Lisa, everybody.
Tonight, there's someone waiting by the phone to make your evening complete. Go ahead, call 1-900-726-4777, the exciting new line that lights up the night. And it's just $2.99 per minute. It's live, direct, and very personal. Come on, get into the night. Call 1-900-726-4777.
We're back here on Pillow Talk. Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not. It's just filibuster, filibuster, filibuster. You know I have to be at the Crystal on Franklin Road
I'm sorry.
around
I forgot all
11:30.
about it.
My two.
Got carried away with that sandwich.
I know those boys aren't right though.
Oh yeah, they are. They're
No,
great.
they're not right.
They're not. I thought they were great.
They're great, but they're not right.
Okay.
I mean,
you
who
say
wears
so.
leather pants to bed? I mean, they were a cross between Rock Hudson and
Well, they just
Hugh
came
Hefner.
off the trails, you know,
Oh,
to
that's
come
true.
to the show.
Yeah, but what trails did they get off of? Is what, what I'm waiting to see. I'm trying to avoid that trail. Well, let's get some decorum back to this broadcast. Not with me, but with Steve Martin.
No, I love Steve Martin.
He's the thinking man's comedian, which certainly leaves out me and Jim and John, probably. We won't get into this, but he has a really funny movie out, and he's had a lot of funny movies in his time, but I think this is one of the cuter movies he's done in quite a while. It's my favorite one since Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because he's done a couple of stinkers like My Blue Heaven and a couple of things that hasn't worked, but this sure does. It's called L.A. Story. He even gave me a pair of pants, and it opens right now at a theater near you, and here's a little story with Steve Martin.
Watch out, LA. It's major gridlock out there this morning.
Los Angeles, California, the perfect home base for comedian Steve Martin's latest screen creation.
Hey, 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 it's time for the wacky weekend weather. We'll just have some sun, and here's some snow, and possibly 72 in snow.
L.A. Story chronicles one man's struggle to find love and happiness in a city built on dreams.
Ordinarily, I don't like to be around interesting people because it means I have to be interesting.
Are you saying I'm interesting?
All I'm saying is that when I'm around you, I find myself showing off, which is the idiot's version of being interesting.
I think this movie is like a Rorschach test for what you think about L.A. If you secretly hate it, you might say, well, it puts it down. But if you like L.A., you'll say it's wonderfully affectionate.
I'm in right now, so you can talk to me personally. Please start talking at the sound of the beep.
Hello?
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 Is this a person?
Yes, it is a person.
L.A. Story is Steve Martin's movie all the way. He's the executive producer, the writer, and the star. Even with all that power, he still finds the process a real mystery.
Movies are like a Broadway play that you never get to try out. You write the thing, you shoot the thing, and you have no idea if it's funny or not because you've never tried it. So when you finally get it up in front of an audience and it works, you know, it's an enormous relief and you feel great.
Steve Martin's road to Hollywood passed this way about 20 years ago, on stage at Nashville's Exit Inn. He was doing stand-up comedy, and he told me that he was never funnier than the nights he spent on stage here. But for Steve Martin, stand-up comedy was not a lifetime calling.
I could see that the career could be short-lived if you do just stand-up, and people could get tired of you. But movies, you do something completely different, and you do one every year and a half, and you can stay alive for a long time. And it gave me a relief. You know, I think I could write 5 movies before I could write 5 minutes of stand-up anymore. You know, it's that hard.
Steve Martin, and he co-stars with his wife, Victoria Tennant, who is his wife in real life, and she's his girlfriend in this movie. It's a good movie. I like it. LA Story opened today, along with Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts movie, which is pretty horrible, but it'll probably do pretty well this weekend at the box office. But
Is but the reason why it's pretty horrible is because
it's just it's a poorly made movie, and
the
but
acting's good.
She's all right. She saves the movie. If it had been anybody else in it, it would have really bombed. But it's going to make a little bit of money the first week out because it's a little, you know, kind of a horror type story, and that's going to appeal to a lot of people.
And you like LA Story.
But LA Story I liked a lot. It's real cute. So
And it started today. Now you go to LA a lot.
A lot.
Would you a lot?
Twice a month, yeah.
Twice a month, really? Would you live out there?
No.
How come?
Nashville's a great place, and you really don't appreciate how great it is until you have to go to LA a lot. I mean, just going to the cleaners is a problem in LA. I mean, LA is a very crowded city that's, you know, just busting at the seams, and it's very exciting, and I love going out there most of the time because it is exciting, and the weather is just marvelous, but it's a little nuts. Little nuts, and that's why a lot of people, you know, have come from LA to here, you know, to live here in the music business, because this is a much higher quality of life in Nashville. But you can fall in love with the city because it is, you know, you can go from being nothing to on top of the world in the entertainment business, you know, there, and it's happened to many, many, many people.
So you wouldn't say LA is your lady?
Oh,
once in a while too.
There've been a couple of ladies in LA over the years. So.
Okay, well we have a video.
I like this song
for
though.
you.
Produced by Quincy Jones. LA is my lady. Here's the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra.
All right. LA is that way.
What are you looking for?
I got something new. It's the latest. It's the greatest. A little bit of Frank. Frank. A little Frank Sinatra for you here.
Pop it
Check
in.
it out. And watch.
The music she moves to is music that makes me a dancer. I brought her my wildest of dreams and she came up with the answer. I leave behind a part of myself whenever I leave her. But oh, when I'm back in her arms, she smiles and then I am home again. 'Cause LA is my lady. She's always there for me. LA is my lady. She knows how to care for me. No lady sweeter. You know it the moment you meet her. I've been in love more times than I care to remember. And love's kept me cool in July and warm in December. It may not have lasted, but each time I thought it was heaven. You name it, I've been there and back, looking for someone who I'd be faithful to. LA is my lady. She's always there for me. LA is my lady. nobody care for me. She's good to me. Yeah, she's good to me. And that's why LA is my lady. LA is my lady. And you're looking at a man who doesn't ever plan to kiss his lady bye-bye. Yeah, I think I'll unpack my bags and hang around here a little while longer.
Shot in L.A.
Well, I tell you, a lot of people in there. Some I didn't recognize, but mostly I did.
I saw Frisco Jones.
Who was Frisco
Jack
Jones?
Wagner.
Oh, Jack Wagner. Oh, there was Quincy Jones in there, and Nancy Sinatra, and there
One of the
was
Jacksons.
maybe LaToya. I think that's who it was. There was
Diane
Donna Summer.
Cannon.
Donna Summer, did you see her?
I did see
Jane Fonda.
how come you
What's the
wouldn't
guy
have?
from Roots?
Dean Martin was
The
there.
guy, not Kuta Kinte. Let's see, what was his name? Oh, he wrote the
Kunta.
Haley, Alex
Oh,
Haley
yeah,
from,
that's
from
right.
Tennessee. He was in there, Kunta Kinte. All right. Well, anyway, go see LA Story this weekend. Sleeping with the Enemy, I think you can pass till it comes on home video, really. Days of Thunder is out there to be rented. What else is there?
So Home Alone is still.
Home Alone is still doing great, which is really unbelievable. It's a good, funny film.
Edward Scissorhands.
But, you know, I want to tell you a story about the time I went to Fort Benning. You know, there was Fort Benning's in Columbus, Georgia. And Varsity, I mean, not Varsity, but Valley Drive, right there near Fort Benning. It's a great place.
It is?
Yes, it's where a lot of soldiers hang out. They have a Dixie Bowl right next to the Camellia Inn. It's a war story that
I think we've
that, that I have. And then there was the Carter Act.
War stories,
No more war stories.
There was the Carter Act, and because of the Carter Act.
Yeah,
But let me just tell you more about it.
Lovely guy.
You got hair on that chest.
Be quiet, leave me alone.
I
I want to tell you a little bit about.
Okay.
I'll tell them about it.
We
now.
want to show you
Let me
something.
just show you my war wounds.
We want to
I
show
got
you.
some war wounds right here. You want to see this?
That's a personal
These are
problem.
great.
I know it.
Take him off, guys.
Take this.
You want to see my war wounds? We're off now.
Take him away, guys. See you later. We'll be back. We got our country hour coming up. Stay with us, y'all.
In the car, and then he finally asked me inside. It was great. I couldn't believe it. I know just what you mean. I had the best dream last night.
Women's dreams. Now you can share the fantasy by calling 1-900-847-7800, the all-woman dream line. Here